Within just a 5-minute stretch of a game, players are more focused and exhausted than in any 1 hour of practice. Herein lies the shortcut to greatness. The greatest become the greatest by not differentiating between practices and games. Players should put as much effort into a simple drill as they put into the last minute of a championship game.
We're live. What's up, man? Hey, how you guys doing today? You can hear me? I hope so. All right. What's up, Noah Massett? I see you, man. Happy spring break, you guys. I'm not sure who's going to be watching or if everyone's going to be watching because of spring break, but I hope you guys are doing well. If it's not your spring break week, that means that it was last week or next week. I really didn't know. I have no idea. So for next year, let's plan this out better. We're not going to take 3 weeks off, but we could take like the most popular spring break off, because even the best athletes take breaks. All right, you do have to recoup your mind, and no one can go like 20 years straight. It's not going to happen. All right, but as long as you're taking I would say if you had to do, let me think. Mark McGwire. He took 2 weeks off. I remember that. He's a baseball player, steroid user, home run hitter. And he took 2 weeks off after the season before getting back to work. And I thought that was pretty cool. So, I always strive to do exactly that because I heard that he did it. So I would wait 2 weeks and then I would start working out again. It depends on what your body says. Remember, some people are just weak. So if you consider yourself strong, then be strong. But I don't think anyone's strong enough to go 365 every single year for 20-something years. That's not going to happen. All right, so be smart about it. Take your time off whenever you need the time off. That's why we go all the time. But since I didn't know when the actual spring break was, we are just going straight. So hopefully we have enough kids to make it worth the money for these gyms, man. But yeah, it's all good. What up, Gavin Witt? What's up, man? If you're here, go ahead and check in, and so we can get this party started. All right. I did want to speak about the mental toll that specifically I take on you. All right. All right. So here's this. My goal is to treat you guys like I treated myself. I feel like there's like no higher form of compliment than to treat someone else like you treat yourself. As long as you treat yourself well, and I happen to really, really love myself. So, and I strive to treat myself extremely well. So, because of that, I want to treat you guys the same. All right. So my goal for basketball for you guys is to do what I used to do during college. All right, I play this tiered free throw game. We have it in our workout plan, and it's you shoot free throws, and the goal is to make 10 in a row. All right, but it starts off you got to make some entry ones first. First, you have to make 1 in a row, then start all over. Then you make 2 in a row, start all over. Like go back to 0. Then make 3 in a row, all over. 4 in a row, like that. But you go up by tiers, all right? And once you're on tier number 1, you get 2 chances to make 1 in a row. That one's pretty easy. Then you get 2 chances to make 2 in a row. If you fail at that, you go back down to 1. If you succeed, you go up to 3, all right? And you keep going back and forth until you get to like 8, 9, or 10 or whatever. And when I was in high school, I used to play this game a lot. And I got to college and I played it with myself as well. And I realized, that I never won it. I never won this game. Never. Not one time did I get to 10 in a row. Because whenever I got to 7 in a row, it was so much pressure. It was so much pressure. And every single shot, like my hand was shaking. It was so hard. All right. And then I would like make 6 out of 7, and then boom, I would miss. Then I would get a second chance at 7, then boom, I would miss. Go back down to 6. All right. And then it would just like spiral out of control from there. But during the games, I could breathe. During the games, the crowd would be screaming, whatever. And it was like nothing. Because the way to win that game that I made up is the way that I won it when I became an adult. When I became an adult, I realized that there was a way to win it. And the way to win it is just to calm down. Don't, just breathe. Take all the anxiety out. Don't let it, bug you at all. And just shoot your free throws. And you can win the game every single time. But that's not what I wanted to do. I would sit there and I would scream at myself. I'd be like, "You suck." I'd be like, "Come on, let's go, harder, like that. You can't miss this. You can't miss this." And I would, purposefully, I wouldn't let myself off the hook of thinking about the score. That's why I never won. I think even in high school, I knew I could win if I just didn't think about it. But that would defeat the whole purpose. I had to think about it so that it was like the games. That's what I was going for. Then in college, I had my coach rebounding for me. He was an assistant coach, Dan Shell, and he was rebounding for me for this game. And I explained it to him. And he's just rebounding for me. He's like, okay, let's go 5 in a row. And this dude, once we got past 10 minutes of it, he starts to freak out. And he's like, "This is so much pressure." He wasn't even shooting. He was just rebounding for me. And he left me. He was like, "I can't handle this. This is way too much pressure." And I was so used to the game by then. I was never a great shooter, from three-point line or even jump shots. Somehow, some way, my free throw percentage was always 84%, which is very, very good. All right. So I was maybe the second worst shooter on my team, but somehow for free throws, I shot the technical free throws my entire career. Because I just didn't get nervous. Because I had already put myself through that. So for you guys, the way that I treat you guys like myself is, and my ultimate goal is, I want every practice, every workout, maybe even every open gym, to be the hardest experience of your life, mentally, maybe even physically. so that during the games you're like, nothing can get to me. That maybe during school, nothing can get to you. Any test you got, because you've been through it all. Maybe even during like your adult years, your job, your relationship, stresses in life that might like get to you. A cop pulls you over and you're really mad, but you can now keep your cool, all right, because of this. I want it to be like that. And I want you to say to yourself like, nah, nothing is as stressful, nothing is as hard as Coach Sanders, John's practices. I hate the name Coach Sanders. Yes. So that's what I try to do for you guys. And I think the way that I push you guys, the look on your face, especially like during games when I'm pushing you guys, I think that I'm pretty much doing that for most of you. I think when you guys look out there on the court, you're like, let me just get away from the bench and let me go face those big guys who are kicking my butt by 40. I'd rather face that than face Coach. So, good. All right. Just know that is my goal, and that is what I like to do, is to create that kind of environment. For the people that can't handle it, they're just screwing themselves over, because they're going to hit a game one time and it's going to be so stressful. And that one's in front of everyone. That one's the hard one. These ones, we're taking care of all our stresses like outside of the public limelight, right? Once we get to like the NCAA tournament, or where like we're getting recruited by coaches, that stuff will mean nothing, because it'll be like super easy. All right, and then you'll be in this position right here. We're going to start with our picture of the day. Our picture of the day is some guy doing, I believe he's doing the limbo. All right, they're doing the limbo. That guy, the blue guy, he's singing the song. He should be holding the stick, but I'm guessing that that's Chet. I can't even see. Is that the Zags? Yeah, I think so. That's Chet Holmgren. That is a crazy position. If you don't know what the limbo is, ask your parents, ask your grandparents. It's an old thing. Don't worry about it. But yes, the tournament is changing the draft stocks every day. And if you're watching the tournament, realize that the best player on the women's side is the girl from Iowa. Is she Caitlin? I think that's her name. She just lost, right? They should have just let her win so it could become really popular. But it's okay. She lost, and she's the best player by far. But her team lost because they didn't have the best team. The best teams don't always win. All right, the best teams don't always win actually too. But the best players definitely don't always win. All right, but yet the draft stock is entirely up to like how you do in the tournament. And I think that's actually a good thing, because it shows how like clutch you are. And these moments define people more than like their whole NBA career sometimes. And the pressure on that stage is immense. I made it to the NCAA tournament just one time, and we played in Oklahoma against the Salukis. I think it's like Eastern Illinois or something like that. I think that's their name. And I remember like, we were in this like, I don't know what it was, maybe a football arena. It was a huge arena, and so there's like a big backdrop behind the basket, and I felt like every time that I shot the ball, it went like 5 extra feet, because I'm guessing that was because of the adrenaline. It could have been because of the depth perception. I'm not really sure. All right, but like everything seemed so like easy. Like we had so much energy inside of us. We had like a police escort to and from the airport, from the tarmac. Like, we didn't have to go through, like, the checks. It's really weird. I could have been a terrorist. All right, but yes, you get there, and there was so much pressure, and, like, man, I felt like my entire team folded. And, like, I was just a role player. I knew I could do more. They knew I could do more, but I wasn't asked to do more. And then during a timeout, like, everyone was just so nervous. And I remember that they turned to me, and they expected me to do a lot more. I was like, what? I haven't been doing anything the whole year, okay? I guess I'll try. And, like, I don't know. I played well. I didn't feel the pressure. I just felt excited to play. So Jake asked me, he goes, man, I like league games better than tournaments. Tournaments kind of, like, stress me out. Like, with anxiety. You will have your anxiety, but you want to use it as a positive so that when you get into these moments, you can be amazing. All right, get used to anxiety. Make it a friend of yours. All right, don't fear it. All right, welcome it into your life. Add to it a little bit if you can handle it. All right, just get really, really used to it, like it's a weight, and like you're lifting weights every single day. Just get mad used to it so you can be great. Gavin, you going to practice? I think Gavin is traveling. I think Gavin is like somewhere. I just saw like pictures on his mom's Facebook account that they definitely drove somewhere. He fell asleep on the way there, so it's far away. Wasn't that far away because she posted again later on. There was a dog, so they brought the dog, so it couldn't have been like in an airplane. I'm guessing they're in Yellowstone. No, I just threw that out there. I have no idea. All right. Anyways, all right. Moving on. We got the quote of the day. Quote of the day is "Do it, do it." Oh, do it. Sorry, do it. There's no space there. Come on, picture. All right. The quote of the day is "Do it." All right. Do it. Do it. Do it. All right. Do it now. Is the quote of the day. I'm guessing. All right. All right. Do it now. All right. And as the picture suggests, don't wait for later. All right. Whatever you're planning to do in life, just do it now. All right. One of my favorite quotes that I've got from like writing this whole book of ours right here is the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. I think that's just a cool concept. It's like it won't happen overnight. It just won't. Sorry. But you might as well start right now. So 20 years from now, you're solid. Yes, you should have done it before, but you didn't. You can't go back in time yet. All right, Back to the Future, baby. All right, anyways, but yes, do it now. Anything that you're planning to do that's going to be amazing, do it now. All right, do it or no more screen time. Exactly, as your parents probably say a lot, I'm sure. I'm certain. All right, let's go with the workouts. All right, this is our practice stuff for Thursday. We got tip drill, which is a good running thing. I'm not sure how many people that we're going to have at practice because of spring break, but we'll figure it out. We do need like at least 5 people for the tip drill, and they have to be kind of the same size human beings. So I'm not sure what we'll do, but we'll definitely adjust if we need to. One-on-one wing and one-on-one rebounds. It's the rebounding drill where we basically just hit and get used to it off of the one-on-one on top, and then nod and help equals points. All right, this is a defensive drill where we try to get. No, I'm sorry. We try to be in help side or we lose a point. You can see it that way, but you should also see it as an offensive drill where you're trying to drive and kick and swing the ball fast enough so that they are no longer able to stay in help side. So that should be like a goal of yours. All right, so see it like that. Then we got zone 1 or 2 guard front, 16 seconds up by 4, offensive tip rebounds. All right, Connor isn't going to practice. I know, man. Hey, told you guys y'all have to push him, man. Y'all got to push him. All right. Anyways, then we have our stuff that we did last time, drives and rotations. That went pretty well. We have to understand that for the games, though. We're still not understanding if we drive based on that the wing needs to get to the opposite corner, and the postmen also aren't rotating either. So understand that. 180 tangent for shots. Did we try tangent one time? I think we did, and it went okay. Down screen and screen away. I saw a couple people. I think it was Jake, maybe Noah even, because Noah came a long ways. His first time playing, he had no clue like where to play defense at all. It was pretty cool, pretty crazy. And then Kiernan is pretty focused on defense, and I think a couple of them went through a down screen like well, and they even like moved back when their man was screening down. So you guys are getting the gist of that. 3 for layup and shot. That went extremely well last practice. That was a great job with that. 10 seconds tie game, and then 10 plus seconds down by 3 with free throws. All right. Before we get to our middle school stuff, I want to talk about the league that I'm trying to make. Again, the league stuff, I'm really, really excited about what I'm trying to create here, okay? So my goal is to get you guys to college, okay? You know that, right? Your goal is to make it to college. Goal is to make you go to the NBA. Screw it, right? But what you need is you do need better competition. Even better than you're having right now. But you need better competition on a day-to-day basis. Not so much in like they need to be better, but they just need to show up more. And the worst players, like the ones that we have, they don't show up more. They just don't. They're not going to because their parents are like, hey, it's not in the stars for you, basically. Like it's like they've already chosen your fate. You've already chosen your own fate too, right? But so to get better talent on a day-to-day basis and to get everyone playing against each other at a high rate all the time and to get publicized a lot, I'm creating this league. All right, and how I'm going to create it is this, basically, okay? So we're going to have the Limitless Hoops League, all right? And I'm just making this right now, and our plan will be up here. Then there will be phases right there in terms of like how we're going to grow it. We're going to start off with like the 0 phase, and we have people pay just $2,000 instead of $6,000. The first 48 get it at that price forever. So I'm going to grow it like that. As we grow, we'll add workouts and monthly tournaments. This will be outside of the stuff that we do right now. So I'm going to try to get extra people in like this. All right, here are all the different teams. There'll be different teams like per area, like 4 per area. I'm going to give people forever discounts, have 16 teams, free housing for our people, have training, the league, tournaments, have rankings, exposure, curriculum, and add super excitement by adding like freaking like mascots and stuff like that. We'll have the video that will explain it. So yeah, that's basically it right there. All right, and then on the website, I'll give you my first son if you make the Hall of Fame. Do it, hey, and then just like Rumpelstiltskin, come to collect. Okay, don't forget to collect. He promised you his firstborn son. Take it. All right, but yes, on that league page, we'll also have like a whole big staff. Like everyone would be like a staff member. We'll even have like each team will have like their own website that will be like unique and stuff like that. But again, I want to make this stuff happen for you guys, so heads up for that. Okay, all right. The stuff that we will be doing on Tuesday is going to be right here. We got a horseshoe shooting, 180 poly for shots, pick and roll defense, point guard, advance the ball ahead, under 15 seconds up by 4+ points, and then deflections. For pick and roll defense, dude, we sucked again. I mean, we were kind of there, but like Jake missed 3 straight opportunities. All right, 3 straight opportunities where he could have played defense and could have shown. We have to stay locked in and do the things that we learned about during the actual games. All right, so make sure that you guys understand that. First, if I do make it, I don't want your kid. That's awesome. All right, let's go with the story of the day and then some trivia right after that. Story of the day, watch it.
Being a doctor, teacher, or social worker are very important things in this world. But there are many other professions that are just as silly as being an athlete. Especially when you realize what life is truly about and the impact you can make on this world from any of life's arenas. So pursue your passion and learn excellence on a daily basis.
So yeah, I probably did not learn this one until I was much older in life. All right. So many things in life are just silly. All right. Now I love basketball. To me, that is not silly. But I understand how someone can see it as just a game. Obviously, I'm not an idiot, right? I mean, like, dude, it's a literal game. It's even called a game. I can see how you would see that it's a game. To me, it's life. I mean, I made a living with it. I make a living with it now. I mean, it's everything to me. If you take this away, I might as well not be living. It's that much. It's that important to me. But if you told me it didn't really matter as much as other things in life, I would be like, yeah, of course. Duh. With that said, I don't think other silly professions could do that. I believe that the guy who sells shoes really, really thinks that they're important. Okay, maybe not him. But the guy that sells electronics thinks that. He thinks he's doing something noble in this world. All you're doing is making radios, dude, and no one uses radios anymore, so I don't know why I haven't said that. The guy that sells TVs. No, that's nothing. It's nothing. It's not important. But even like the banker. I'm a financial manager, blah, blah. No, you're playing a game. You're playing a game made up by human beings, and you do my taxes like it's a freaking test. And I don't know, it's just a game. Did you know that we don't even have to do taxes? Well, we do, but we shouldn't have to. All right, hear me out. I know this is way outside the lines, but if you do your taxes wrong, the government knows that you did your taxes wrong. How do they know? Because they know what the answer should be. If they knew what the answer should be, why do they have you do your taxes in the first place? They could have just sent you how much to pay or how much they owe you. They do that because H&R Block and TurboTax pay them a lot of money to keep the charade going. Literally. It's like on the books. Craziness, right? All right, yes. It's fake. All this stuff. Unless you're like a doctor saving people's lives, a policeman possibly protecting people, a teacher making people's minds stronger. But even a teacher is more like a coach. So I would count being a coach as being important, right? Or like a parent. Most other things aren't that important. But they are important to you, to them. So you need to start seeing those things in the same light. And if you have a passion for sports, go ahead and pursue it, man. And it could lead to other things in life, like becoming a lawyer. All right? And again, it's just as silly, but also just as important as all those other things, because your goal in life is to make a positive impact on this world. It should be your goal, at least. And if you're making that impact from being a teacher, from being a doctor, from being whatever, it might just be as impactful as being Michael Jordan to many people in this world. Maybe singing a song could actually save someone's life. Selling them the right pair of shoes or the right kind of outfit could mean a lot to someone in this world. It could help their lives out a lot. It's crazy. Even the electronics that we make, they end up like being life-saving tools. All right? And you can say everything is silly, or you can say everything is completely profound. And I like to say the latter. All right? So don't let anyone dog your dreams. Go for it, even if you're just a painter and you think that art isn't doing anything. It's something. All right? It's big, especially if you make it big. You take your passion and you make it big. Now, if you're like Aiden and you just love money, I guess you can go any direction. But trust me, if you choose your passion, whatever you're passionate about, and you get creative, that's how you can make the most money. Because now you'll be making money, and you won't want to stop. Because usually when you make money doing something that you don't like, you try to cash out, and you don't make that much. But if you can make some money doing something that you love, it's endless. All right, John, basketball or your family? Basketball is my family, fool. My whole family's into basketball. I mean, they own the league and stuff like that. So I'm basically saying this is the same thing. Equal. Don't take either one away from me. Obviously, basketball. All right, let's finish up. We got our trivia question for the day. Again, the best Googler usually wins. So, guys, learn basketball. I understand the game, the history of it. Come on. All right, let's see. All right, ready for this? quickest answer wins. This is an easy one because it's pretty recent. All right, you guys should be able to get this one. All right. Kobe Bryant played for the Los Angeles Lakers, and he got his jersey retired. What number or numbers is on that jersey? That's the question. Kobe Bryant's retirement jerseys for the Los Angeles Lakers. What number or numbers are on those jerseys? That's your question right there. First person to answer it with the correct answer wins. You can only answer one time, all right, and that is it. All right, and if you answer the most, you can have a chance to win the monthly trivia leaders countdown thingamajiggy, and if you win that, you get a coin. Ben Kaufman has won every month but 1 month. All right, so let's see it. All right, we got Cameron with the guess right there. And again, let's see, Aiden Wong with the correct answer. Right in between Cameron's. Oh, man. Cameron said 8. Then Aiden said 8 and 24. Then Cameron said 24. You see it right there on the screen. Then Noah answered way late like he always does. So that means that Aiden Wong is the winner. Yes. He had 2 jerseys retired. 2 jerseys retired. And because you got first. You wish you got first, but you can see it right there on the screen. Aiden Wong answered right before you're 24. You got to answer both of them, homie. You lost, Cameron Ferris. You lost. Maybe it's the time difference from here in California. Anyways, Aiden Wong will be there in Oakland to play you, Cameron, so you guys can play each other in real life and you guys can fight to the death for this question. I don't know. Maybe I'll take back the Aiden win if you can beat him in real life in basketball. I don't know. Maybe. All right. Anyways, moving on. We got our. I'm gonna finish up with. Let's see. Where am I? Homework, real quick. All right. Let's see who's posting the homework. Who's doing a good job of the posting homework? Kieran and Declan are just murdering it. Mostly Kieran, of course. All right. Offhand bed shots. Noah Mass with the ball spins. Noah Mass with the push-ups. Left-hand shots with wide angles in his bedroom without a ball. It's okay, though. It's something. All right. Ball handling. Great job. Oh, man. The divine drill. I mean, yo, Declan's going... Kieran is going off. He's going off. We're going to see where this leads to. I'm really excited to see where this leads to. But Noah's doing a fantastic job, too. Of course, Connor's been struggling for the last week and a half. Culminated with his last injury, so we will see. All right, we'll see what comes of that. Hopefully, he can bounce right on back. Anyways, fantastic job with all that stuff, you guys. Don't forget we have the quote of the day is "Do it now." Do it now. All right. And speaking of do it now, we have workout coming up here real soon. I'll be there tonight. Not sure how many guys that we have. I think we have about 6 or 7 coming. That's good enough for me. All right. Let's make sure that we work our butts off. And then while everyone's taking vacation, you guys are working extra. Going to get even that much further ahead. Not just in attendance, but in terms of actual skill. All right. So fantastic job, you guys. That's my time. I will see you later. Reese's Pieces out.